So I hope you aren't too terrified by that, but those are actual robots, and I recommend, if you have some time, to go explore the related videos that are a part of those, because you could actually see the robot families that kind of exist within these robot worlds at this point, and I think we're really expanding upon that. So it's important for you to recognize there's two different types of real robots that are coming out there. There's a third type, but we don't really get into it in the online class, but in the real world, there's two different real types, the embodied robots and the disembodied robots. So embodied robots are like the Honda Asimo, and in films like WALL-E, you know, he's an embodied robot. His brain isn't in his head, it's actually in that chip in his chest, and that's where his brain is. And so a lot of these things are based on these embodiments of robotics. Ava in Ex Machina is an embodied robot. She's a being, a completely 99% robot. The only thing that exists organically on her is probably her skin, which is some sort of human skin / synthetic material that was able to be worn as human material. But really her beingness, or its beingness, because again there's no real gender, WALL-E is gendered by Disney, not really gendered by its object. There's no real gender with WALL-E or Eva in that one. You notice a lot of females in movies are named after some sort of variation on Eve, which I think is very interesting. But Ava represents the type of embodied robot that is most likely to be less uncomfortable to the viewer. Somebody who is something that will seem human-like in order to defeat that Turing test. And I think that's interesting because I'll show you a video in a second with Sophie and the hospital bots. So you'll see those in a second. But aside from that, you also have the disembodied robots, which some of you even may own. Disembodied robots like Google Home or Amazon Alexa. Those are basically just tubes or pieces of furniture in your house, but they're pieces of devices that are connected to the cloud storage robot like Siri. There's a major robot somewhere, but here you have just the disembodied version of it. So I'm going to show you real quick Sophie, the android robot that's designed to be like our intervention into human robotics.